Our vision
is to have a thriving community space where young people,
like me,
can unapologetically be themselves. We're offering activities like
environmental education,
sports and recreation,
and muscle farming.
Boom!
That's all on the outside. Inside, we have space for health initiatives,
culinary programs,
arts and theater.
Last but not least, mentoring,
where people like me
can mentor people like me.
We look forward to hearing from you soon so you can get involved.
So for me, with this particular project, it is so important. It really aligns with all of my passions, working in the community, working with youth, and working with families. And no better way to give that name for me is to honor my two grandmothers. Where the names Minary Dream Alliance comes from, the word Minnie is my great-grandmother, whose name was Minnie. And the second part of that name, the Airy part, is from Mary. And so we have Minary's Dream Alliance. The dream for me is especially being able to provide a space for youth, families to come together and to be able to feel safe, respected, and loved in one place. So coming up with the name Minary's and pretty much really what that means to me is to be able to honor both grandmothers on both sides, just a limited amount of time that I had with them to learn different things. I wanted to give homage to that history where we're talking about foods, we're talking about hard work, we're talking about dedication to family and to community. And so for me, that has been the foundation for everything that I do. One of the things that I will never forget that my grandmother said, and this was completely in 1992 that I can remember, and one of the things that my grandmother said is that she always wanted more for me. And that has stuck with me for such a long time. Because it's true that you remember what people tell you and that what people say to you. And that came from a good place of just wanting me to do better and to be better. And so for me, this is now that dream, to be able to honor them. The dream is just having a community, a safe space for a community, a place to show families where they can come and just take part in various activities. So we are out front of this beautiful space here at 9155 American Legion Road. And so what we really wanted to show is what our outdoor facility looks like and what it can avail. So we can have rental space for weddings, for family reunions, for big barbecues. And also behind me is a space for sporting. But we want to be able to offer a ball diamond, so kickball, baseball, volleyball, all of those outdoor activities and recreational things can happen. We also would like to put in a community garden where you're able to grow your own produce and be able to take it and sell it.
In this space, all things food. I'm a foodie. I like to eat. What do you do in the kitchen? You cook. Nothing brings people together more than food. We can also bring in family units cooking healthy meals. Also, maybe some social enterprising. Our young people, they can whip up an array of different culinary delights in this kitchen, and we can potentially sell them. We have a space out there, a dining room area. We can set that up. You'll be able to dine in or dine out. For our young people who like the arts, we have a stage. We can put on full-service productions. We can do some poetry slams. We can do music productions. We can do theater coaching. You name it, we can do it.
Hi, my name is Alana. I'm 16 years old and I'm at the Juice Bar. I want to turn this into a place where the youth of the community can come, hang out, have some good snacks and smoothies and drinks, and have a good conversation.
All right, so out here we're looking at this vast empty space right now, and what we envision for is having a universal diamond out here where you could do softball, you could do kickball, you could do baseball, of course. Also want to get maybe 25 to 40 yards of turf out here. That way any of my lacrosse kids, my football kids, my soccer kids, field hockey kids, it doesn't matter if it's been raining for a couple of days. We get them out here on the turf and they can still practice their craft. Oftentimes living around all this vast, beautiful water, we forget about the population that we'll be working with who don't have access to this water. So us being in this space, having this building, we'll have the young people that we're working with, they now will have access to canoeing, kayaking, learning how to swim, fishing, of course. We've talked about oyster beds down here. We've talked about doing some mussel farming. So this space right here, we have a permanent dock and then 2 floating docks. We'll be able to do a lot of things. It'll be a need that we'll be able to meet now, having kids without access, having this waterway accessible to them in the future.